coming in hot. Woo! Got a little nervous. Why is it doing this? I don't understand why they can't fix this yet. Fix that, Tesla. He got over. She got over. He got over. She's gonna get over here. Zip her perfectly. Did we zip her perfectly? We zip her perfectly. All right, everybody, this is my third time trying to make this video, and I really want to make sure I made it because people are really concerned about how far behind the Tesla Cybertruck's full self-driving is, and I wanted to make it. And yes, you can test these everywhere, anywhere, but for me, I needed to get me to work and back, and then I'll be happy with it. And yes, I do believe it is behind the likes of the Model 3 and my Model X, and I'm going to do a full comparison of that. But for right now, I don't want that here. But for right now, I wanted to be able to get me to work and back, and then it's worth the subscription. It's worth the $8,000. Here's our first test of roundabout, and it handles it well. I did leave a little bit later than I usually do, so it can encounter a little bit more traffic, but it's not perfect, and it's probably because of the limited amount of data out there for the Cybertruck, because there aren't too many drivers, and oh, I like that nice little lane change. It's anticipating these two trucks right here. Limited amount of trucks and drivers out there, and you know it needs all that time. It needs all those resources to, you know, to help it learn, right? So, oh, there's a new Model Y right there. Yeah. So my Model 3 and my Model X, when I use full self-driving in those, they're pretty close to almost flawless. Again, yes, not just close to flawless, not almost flawless, close to almost flawless. With the Cybertruck, this is my daily driver. I use this most of the time, and we're just gonna break it down. Will it get me to work without me having to intervene, or little interventions? We shall see. But this is my third time making this video. The first time my GoPro overheated. The second time I got a quarter of the way to work, and then I left my keys. I had to turn back around. So after that, I said forget about it. So I do keep it in hurry because I feel like hurry is a more natural way to use it. It drives closer to the way I do, and it flows with traffic a little better too. So right now, you know, it's going to be a few things that I did have full self-driving in 2020, you know, early when I had to do the whole safety test. That was wild. Had to drive perfectly. I had like a score of 99 or something like that. But any little thing, if you took a corner too hard or too fast, you would get ding points. That was pretty wild. But I tried it in 2020, and I could not get to work without intervening. It was certain areas that caused a lot of problems, and one of them is coming up here. Now, this is 5 years later, 4.5 years later, but it's a brand new vehicle. There's a lot of misconceptions about the Cybertruck and full self-driving. Some people say it's light years behind the Model 3. I don't think it's up to where the Model 3 is, but we're going to see how good it is, where it needs to improve, and you know how this trip goes. So I appreciate y'all riding along with me. I get to enjoy my coffee. Here's another sacrifice I'm making for y'all. I listen to either music or a podcast when I am going to work, but now I get to listen to myself talk. I will skip over parts where, you know, it's a little dead and nothing eventful is happening, so it won't be too boring. But will it get me to work and back? That's all I need. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to have to get over it, and in 7/10 of a mile, I need to get over 2 lanes. That far right lane is backed up. The middle lane is kind of congested. How will it navigate this? Now, I'm going to go ahead and bring this all the way over so you guys can see the visualization. And this would be a good time to get over right now. Get over right now. Get over right now. Nope. It said, not yet. Oh, it signals now. Car behind me sees it and getting over. Okay, that ran smoothly. That was cool. A little close to this car in front of me. You can see here. You can see here. And I apologize if the sun is going to be glaring in your face. That's something else I have to factor in. All right, the light's green. I have to get over one more lane. I see what it does here. There's a truck right here, as you guys can see. And, oh, worked out smoothly. But there's an aggressive Honda right there. But they saw my big truck, and they're going to let me over. All right, it did it. And it did it similarly to how I would do it. So that worked out well. There's always cars on this left lane that try to swoop in at the last minute. See if there's an issue here. There's a Polestar too that got over. And this was the second issue with my old 2020 Model 3. It would not get over in this lane because there's a bike lane there with dotted lines that allows you to cut across. The old full self-driving would not cut across that bike lane. So I'd stay in that lane and try to turn right there. It was a mess. So that was smooth. That was flawless. The light is turning red. And it does what it should. It stopped. But there's a green arrow. I should go. A little hesitation. It went. It saw that green arrow and it went. Or it waited until, a couple seconds and it was clear, then it went. But I think it should have went a little bit faster. But again, not a deal breaker. The cars around me are probably looking like, come on, bro. Let's do it. So it took that turn, that curve a little slowly, but safely. And now it picked up pretty quickly. All right, now I got to get over in the left lane. So, right, we got, and here's another thing. This is a merging lane on the right, so I like to get over ASAP, and it did so. Okay, so far so good. There's a longer stretch of highway that I'm going to travel on and probably won't be too eventful, but now see, here we go. This right lane is ending and it's getting back over in this right lane. It didn't hurry. It couldn't get over to the left, so it tried to make a move and it aggressively overtook that Toyota. I wouldn't have done that, but I knew that that lane was ending. The Cybertruck probably didn't know that. And I'm back here and I'm going pretty aggressively. And here's the thing that everybody talks about. Look how it's hugging the left side of the lane. We don't know why it does that. We cannot figure out why it does that, but many Cybertrucks do that. Just hugs that left side. Look at that. There's something up with the calibration, and it's been like that for a while now, and they haven't fixed it. So I don't know what the deal is with that. But right now it's not too bad. Sometimes you actually feel the bumps and right on the lane itself, right on it. And, it's not bad right now, but it does, tend to go to that side a little bit more. All right, so far so good. You see there's a, not heavy congestion, but it's a nice steady flow of traffic. But it is, getting there. It is getting there. It's kind of thick. All right, so nice little lane change. One thing I want to say is that as I make that merge over, the biggest surprise in my life, all time, the biggest surprise is how many electric car owners do not use Recurrent. Okay, so if you have an electric vehicle, you should sign up for Recurrent. It is absolutely free. And you can monitor the health of your battery. They give you monthly battery reports from battery scientists, and they'll let you know the right time to charge between that 20 and 80. And it will monitor how you've been charging your battery, the estimated range of your battery, how long your battery will last. So Recurrent is great for EV owners. If you're trying to sell your EV, if you have a Recurrent battery report, you can get a higher premium because it's not just based off the odometer, it's also based off of how healthy your battery is. And if you're looking to buy EV, you could also look up to see if there's a Recurrent battery report to make sure you buy a vehicle with a healthy battery. They don't sell your data, right? It's one of the best things that I've done, and I do it with all my Teslas. I recommend to all my family and friends. It's absolutely free. Look into Recurrent. The link is in the description and check it out. Hey, thanks to Recurrent for sponsoring this video. So that was a smooth transition. Now I need to get over. So far, I would say it's about 98% killing it, right? A couple things here and there that I wouldn't have done, but it worked out, right? So here I am changing lanes, not too aggressively. All right. So far, so good. What's so wrong about the Cybertruck? Well, let's find out. Let's see if there is anything wrong. Now, of course, your mileage may vary depending on where you go, how you use it. But for me, this is what I need. Get me to work and back. Yes, I like using full self-driving, just going around the neighborhood and going to different places. And I really love it for when I'm in areas that I'm not familiar with, because it really does navigate me well and help me through those areas. But going to work, I might be getting older, I might be getting lazier, but man, who else can say their vehicles can drive them to work and home every day? You ain't got to worry about it, right? So 50-mile round trip, come on, man. I could listen to my music, my podcast, I can chill, I can enjoy the scenery, but I do need to stay locked in. So I should stay in this lane for, a little while. So if nothing happens, here we go. Just enjoy the ride. As you can tell, I think this is a perfect flow of traffic. I do have a high occupancy vehicle lane turned off because I'm by myself, and that's why it's not getting over here to the left. If I had someone with me, I would use the voice commands and turn it and enable it, and it'll get me over in that left lane. So that's great and convenient. All right, but right now I don't want to be over there because I don't want to get fined. But this is probably the fastest lane other than the HOV lane or the carpool lane. So I'm going 10 over, 11 over, but also look at the flow of traffic around me. This is the way, Also, you don't want to go too slow, and I think going too slow under the speed limit or under the flow of traffic can be dangerous too. But I think I'm fitting right in right now where I am, and it's it's doing a good job of staying in the lane right now, right in the center of that lane. So far so good. I don't have any complaints yet. There will be something upcoming where it's a little concerning, and we'll see when we get there. So just to update, you did see me touching my steering wheel, but it was just to control the radio. I guess I control it from here so you guys don't think I'm manipulating the vehicle at all. But I haven't depressed the accelerator or the brake the whole time. Also, I think I want to cover why I think the Cybertruck is a little bit behind with the full self-driving. 1, it's steer-by-wire. 2, it's a bigger vehicle. 3, it has the rear wheel steering. 4, it's a bigger vehicle. 5, not enough people have them out there. 6, it's a bigger vehicle. So all of those play a role on why, it's a little bit behind. And I said a little bit behind. It's not ridiculous. So in 4 miles, I'm gonna have to merge over, and this is gonna be a pretty tricky lane change. I've noticed Teslas are getting over a little earlier than I would like. I would be a little more aggressive and hold off because it does get backed up. You see all the trucks here. It does get backed up, but we'll see how soon it gets over in that right lane. Probably the safest way is getting over when it does, so you're not squeezing in, but I don't know. It'll probably save me, like a minute, a minute and a half by cutting in front of all of them. So we'll see what it does here. Why? Why is it hugging that left side? Why is it doing this? Why is it doing this? I don't understand why they can't fix this yet. Fix that, Tesla. Look at it. It's just, it wants to stay on this. Look how close it is now. Look how close it is to this left side. And that can be dangerous if you got like a motorcycle Or, you know, if another car is there, it does move over. But why does it hug that side? Anyway, again, not a deal breaker, just annoying. All right, traffic is slowing up, and I have about 2 miles that I need to get over. When will it make that choice? Oh. And again, this is what I want to see. I want to see it navigate its way through congestion. And I'm glad it didn't get way over here, but it is slowing down. It's getting me a little nervous. No, we need to get in front of all these big old trucks. All right, so let's get around this. Oh, it's going to get over right here probably. Watch. And of course, I can adjust that. I can like signal when I want to get over, but I want to not have to worry about that at all and show you like straight up what it will do on its own. How is it thinking and what will it do? Good. See how slow these lanes are now? But I need to get over in 1 3/10 of a mile. See, this is where it gets tricky. Okay. That lane is super backed up. The rightmost lane. Don't get over yet. Don't get over yet. Don't get over yet. Don't do it. Okay, push it to the limit. 1 mile. I need to get over in 1 mile. That's 5,280, I think, something like that, feet. All right, here we go. I still wouldn't get over. I would hold it. Hold it. Hold the door. Get in front of all these. Get in front of all these vehicles, especially these big trucks. Now we're getting there. Maybe after 5/10 of a mile, I would start getting over. He made his mind up. He said, we're doing it 6/10 of a mile. And you know what? Honestly, that's not a bad place. But we didn't do it way back there. And we have to get over 2 more times. So we're going to get in front of this big truck. Ooh, got some traffic in front of me. I got my foot ready on the brake. Coming in hot. Woo! Got a little nervous. I didn't brake at all because it would have disengaged. It did stop. That was pretty close. That was pretty close in my opinion. But it did a good job. My foot was hovering over the brake, ready to hit it. And, man, I was a little nervous right there. I don't think it would have ran into it, but just making that aggressive move and having to slow down like that, a little too close for comfort for me. All right, so that was the next hardest part. And probably the hardest part is coming up, where my 2020 Model 3 in 2020, 2021 failed over and over again. We're pulling up to where the old full self-driving would fail miserably over and over. Let's see how it does here. All right, we got a little loop. And that loop is wild because there's a short amount of road for me to transition over to the left lane, out and back onto the freeway. But the thing is, there's going to be other vehicles trying to get into my lane. Other vehicles may or may not let me over. So it's going to get tricky right here. Let's see how much traffic it is over there too. Oh, it's going to be a doozy. It's going to be a doozy. We about to see what's up right here. All right. My money is on the Cybertruck making it. Lately, the other vehicles have been pretty good and reasonable and using that zipper method. If you're not familiar with the zipper method, one car, next car, one car, next car, like a zipper, right? And if you respect that, everybody's good. But it also helps that we're going a lot slower right now because of the traffic. When there's less traffic, believe it or not, we're going at a higher rate of speed, and it's harder for the other cars to gauge when I'm getting over and when they're getting over. So here we go right here, the little loop-de-loop. As you can see, well, you probably can't see, but look right here. We got the zipper method already starting, and we are congested. We got a bottleneck right here. Zipper. Zipper us through. Zipper us through. I need to get over. He got over. She got over. He got over. She's going to get over here. Zipper perfectly. Did we zipper perfectly? We zipper perfectly. It worked. That's what I'm talking about. Right there. That's what I need. Oh, my goodness. Nicely done, full self-driving. See? We're not out, out of the woods yet, but man, that was probably the biggest challenge. I am so impressed. Now, let's see, the car see my signal. I signal early enough. I'm getting over. And I usually stay on the freeway a little bit longer here, but I think because of traffic, is it taking me off? Yeah, it's gonna take me off the freeway, see? Little things like that. One morning, I ignored the route, the map, and I went like my traditional way, and sure enough, it was a bad choice because I was stuck behind traffic. So, look at that. Okay. I mean, the scariest part was when I got in that left lane right behind that car, and I was coming in kind of hot. But it did what it needed to do. Of course, we got some congestion right here. Let's see how it navigates this. Okay, so that was a mistake. Well, let's see. Let's see how this does. Not that it was a mistake, but we're gonna see how this goes. Because there's no stop sign for those vehicles there, but there's a stop sign for those vehicles there. So it's like a two-way stop, three-way. We'll see. And I'm looking around. I should be good to go. Yep, I don't see anything, but there are cars behind me. Oh, it hesitated. Oh, it hesitated because it saw this car that I didn't even see. So this is what they consider an unprotected left. And yeah, nicely done. Unprotected lefts are scary, right? And it did it. And I didn't even see that car coming around the corner. And it saw it and it stopped. That's what we're talking about with this visualization, these cameras. And it did it all. It hit the brakes. And I'm looking like, what car's behind me? But it saw the other vehicle coming. I don't know. I'm pretty impressed. My buddy calls me a fanboy, but I have to tell my buddy, like, yo, a fan's gonna be a fan. If something's worth it, I'm not just head over heels, just like not even thinking it through. I'm like, it's doing its thing, right? It's impressive. And if you don't think so, that's cool. It got me all the way to work, and I'm not tripping at all. Nicely done. Turned into the lot. And we are good. Oh, my goodness. So that, I give it a 9.3 out of 10. Super impressed. Love what it did there. And let's see if it can get me home. There's something on the way home that's a little bit of a hiccup. It's a little bit of a hiccup. It's going to park for me? It's going to park for me? It's going to park for me? Did it park for me? It parked for me. Oh, man, but it is on the line. But pretty impressive. Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, Cobra told you and showed you full self-driving. I did all that for you. All right, y'all.